Hello and welcome to another RPG Friday X. Yeah, morning I guess. I'm feeling kinda tired. Like the usual things at the weekend. Yeah, here we go with Pathfinder again. Yeah, we did yesterday. Like yesterday we did stuff, I would say. No, we did like some kind of exploring the 1,000 voices. If the other like area which was not explored so far. Today, like after my kingdom management is pretty shit. Not gonna lie, I've just decided I'm going to just running around and doing some stuff.
The dangers don't frighten me.
There's still not much I can do. Like still, I have. Oh well, like it's not even not much. I don't have anything to. I have like the thing here, like the next curse. I have some kingdom stuff, but as I said, like I have the issue that I can't like advisors are way too, so I actually don't know don't really know what to do. So because I can't do most of the king's quests, where does this come from? Yeah, I kind of daily or whatever. Yeah, so I'm just going to explore. I guess I'm just running over the map and just explore, and maybe I'll just skip till the 100 days are over. Then probably, I think this is the finish the game as fast as possible because I think if I go for longer stuff, probably my kingdom will die. Like my kingdom will like revolt again. So I guess I'm just having to finish as possible. I still have this save, so I guess I can always come back, but still. That is pretty much it feels pretty much horrible. Like here's much to wait. Can we teleport here? No. Like on this part of the map there is much to explore. So I'm just going to some, I would say, question marks and just do it. But I could also go up here because there's like so much not explored. Island. Could also go to Pitax. There's like two things, like the Hemlock Island and the ravine here. And then I could go up here and there's like so much stuff too. I don't know what I get from there. Like that's the thing. Maybe we just teleport to Pitax, I guess. Let's teleport. Oh. Wait, we can teleport to Sing too. Wait. Where's the city? There's a city here somewhere. Here's my settlement. Ah, this. Why can I teleport to this one? I can teleport to other village. The other one was a village too. Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I guess we're doing this one. Ducks. The ducks. I'm trying to get to this thing. No. I said I have no idea what to do at the moment. So it's like exploring a bit. Yeah. First. Oh. Okay, there's absolutely nothing. Nice. That's it?
I'll share my path.
Okay. Well, yes, we explored the whole area. Well, uh, go to the Hemlock Island then. Reaching the wooded island, we stopped. We stopped to look around. The locals living around the lake fully believed this place was cursed. Day and night, colored lights supposedly appeared around the island. Some brave souls would even watch them fly over the water. The local legend said that anyone who saw those lights would definitely disappear. If not that night, then within the month for sure. We didn't see any lights at all, though. The island seemed fallen and completely uninteresting. Silent, gloomy pines loomed over the grey, rocky shore. A narrow path disappeared in the woods. We decided to follow the path. After brief discussion, we turned back. Okay, we followed the path and I'm just saving. That's not the first one that some kind of character just dies because I press, yeah, I follow the path. That's it. Whoever made the path clearly didn't use it often. We could barely make it among the ferns. We had to walk single file along the path as branches from the crowded bushes grabbed at our sleeves and backpack straps. Only to hit the next person in line once we've passed. The forest grew taller and thicker and even darker. The air suddenly grew intensely humid as clouds of milky white, incredibly thick fog float up from the ground. And believe me, dear reader, when I say incredibly thick, we are not talking like how an innkeeper might talk up his soup. It became impossible to see past our own noses. And it was like our ears had been stuffed with cotton. The air itself became so dense it was like walking through water. We had to navigate by touch and we could move only half as fast as we'd be going. Tanala, who has been walking last, was forced to stop with great difficulty. She could barely make out the muffled and worried voice of the friends ahead. Something had to be done, but what? With 100 such charisma, okay. Ability 30. That's never going to happen. But we tried anyways. It fails, and Tanala decided to break through the fog and try to catch up with everyone. Fails probably. Haha. Continue moving forward to the frog, but progress became more difficult with the sudden movement of air to the left before she flew forward, having been pushed hard in the failing to keep a balance. Another fell into the sticky mud. At that moment, she barely spotted a pair of pale hands reach out, grab her back, disappear back into the fog. The fog finally began to clear, and soon there was no trace of it. Tanara looked back, and the friends were nowhere to be seen. But up ahead, she could just make out the welcoming light. As Tanara approached the light source, it quickly became clear that the light was a bonfire. Soon Tanara entered a brightly lit clearing and saw all of us. But why then did no one jump up to greet her, or give a welcoming yell, or a hug, or even a cup of hot tea? Why had everyone frozen in their seats, spoons lifted in the air? Why the deadly silence? Imagine Tanara's surprise when she finally saw what by her appearance had caused so much reaction. It seems she hadn't been missing at all. She had been sitting with all of us by the bonfire, watching her exact copy emerge from the forest. Yes, dear reader, just imagine it. 2 copies of the Queen met in the clearing, seemingly identical. But which of the 2 was real? The Queen, sitting by the fire, said, "How can there be any doubt? I'm the real Queen, of course. Look, I've got my bag and all my things." What did the Queen who walked out of the forest answer? I can't tell you exactly how many. But look at the bag, it's covered in mud like me. Yeah, but this imposter is completely clean. She pushed me down in the fog and stole my bag. I can tell you exactly how many meals we carried with us down the last pack of hardtack. Can she do the same? A deafening silence hung in the air. One could hear the thoughts cutting through our brains. And then Tanala, sitting by the fire, laughed in a strange voice. She stood up and began rising. The mask dropped, and we saw a short, pale man with blonde hair and parrot-like wings with bright feathers. We all went after him together, but Tanala held onto him most tightly. Her hands gripped the Joker's wings in an iron grip. Then an ear-piercing whistle sounded from all around us, and stones began raining on us from above. The imposter was aided by a wingkin, who grabbed him by the hands and began pulling him up. We didn't give up, but in the end we were overpowered. There were just too many, dear reader. They quickly reclaimed our prisoner from us. Throwing into the air and shaking their fists at us, they flew off. We sat a long time around the fire, laughing and chatting about how Tanara cleverly dispelled the illusion. And when morning came, as we looked around at the rainbow-colored feathers left behind by our uninvited guests, I noticed one of them had lost a valuable bracelet in the fight. Ended up with a trophy at least. Wow. I had 0 rations with me, so I guess he could have just like guessed it. I didn't have anything anyway. Okay. What did I get? Like a bracelet? Want to illusions. Do something against it. He has some illusion stuff. These gloves can to wear +1 bonus to Steam D against disarm. Like.
I don't want it.
Not. Oh. Okay, I get it. Well. Like even those, like. If the wearer has a weapon training ability and is wielding a weapon, it gives a bonus too. That bonus increased by +1. What do they mean with that? Like, I think like this is this could be for her actually. Oh yeah, she has one already. Who's the next one who has one? He probably, but he has like a great range thing stuff. Everyone else is kinda. I could give this to Amiri probably. Either I don't think she has braces. Okay. But we go on with those question marks here, I would say. Here, Serious Shrine, Two-Faced Hill. Yeah, I'm just going on with this one. Like we start with the Wicked Hill, because it's the closest.
I decree we set up camp.
Rest for a day. I think we go with this one again. Okay, she's like not the hunter. Go like this. Sounds good to me. More traveling, always great. Okay, no smooth talk, I guess. Time. Wicked Hill. They're kind of confused. Like, what are those mountains? Even this even. We even have to go somewhere. It doesn't feel like it. Because there's like no way into it. You just get it at the end. Okay. And doesn't inviting.
Is there trouble?
Yeah, like I don't breathe off on like those kind of occasions. Oh, hey. I guess that's a demon.
Glad you dead.
Let us strike as one.
Can I charge? Dead. Just getting here. Doing like the haste. I think like the haste. Yeah, I need to get closer. Haste does work. Oh, okay. I'll hit everyone. I guess just attack. Like I have no idea what this thing does actually. Oh, I could have fairy fired it. Damn. What about it?
Down.
Okay. I'm in mod. Just go for a controlled fireball. There we go. Whoa. Holy hell. 114 damage. A ranger of 12 level higher or higher has a move action use stealth skill to hide any of his favorite. Let's just try this one. Camouflage means I'm like just invisible. Or is it just like I have self attacks? Okay, it's like stupid. Just wanted to give it a shot. He's like this thing has like higher concealment than usually. High armor class too.
Consider me provoked.
Let's give this thing fairy fire.
You offend me.
I need a It's like the only thing I don't have a strong single target. Oh, unlucky. Guess my bear's dead. Oh. Okay, his auto attacks are
Nowhere to
pretty weak. That's not what I was expecting, but okay. I'll take it. Monster. Years of Idiocy. Whoa, okay, that's incredible. The subject suffers a -6 penalty to int, wisdom, and charisma. That's insane. Like, not gonna lie, is this? I need to learn the spell. Oh, he can actually. That's not bad.
This is my time to shine.
Oh. Tough. Melted players of the technically from a cool set. What would I do from the Paladin Pax crew meta? Pretending to be a cultist of Charon just to get them to help me. To be honest, all I know about the deity is simple. A skull with coins covering the eye socket. I made the logical assumption that it was somehow related to death and started mumbling something about death and fate at the coven meeting. And they just took me for one of their own. 3 years studying at the Academy of Arts can't take that away. Even if most of my time there was more rivalry than studying. Unfortunately, Charon's followers aren't really much of a help. Demons serve their deity, but these dumb cultists don't know how to make the demons obey their summoner. And I can't just tell them a demon stole my soul of my favorite writer. And I need to get it back, or I'll never know who the murderer of the last issue of Shadows of Absalom was. I have to consistently improvise and make things up as I go, but at least I'm good at that. Yeah, this would be like a pretty cool book for a side quest. It just sounded like it's a side quest, but yes, it isn't. But it sounded pretty awesome at first. Guess there's nothing more. Yeah, there's nothing to get. Like just an exit probably. The bear's pretty low.
Share your troubles.
Share your troubles. I have way too much like things of serious ones. Just need. They're like Q critical somewhere. Oh? Ah, Q critical. That should be enough. Like the positive channeling just heals way at the moment. Just like that's strong.
Something bothering you?
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Just go to the next area. As I said, I'm just exploring as fast as I can. I don't really care if there's no quest. What's going on? Just want to get like a level in. But wait, does she have like negative? Who gave her negative levels? Come on. It's like the demon. I didn't see any kind of buff for the negative levels. Or debuff, I would say. Let me just go in. I've got restoration anyways. So tired, sorry. I'm too old for this shit. Nah. Okay, wait, where's the restoration? There we go. We have enough diamond stuff. Oh, Come on. Go. Do I have enough diamond stuff with me, actually? Well, diamond dust, 109. How much does this cost? This costs 10. This costs 2. Okay, well, I guess I'm fine for now. Okay, this one is at least bigger. Maybe more fighting. Or no one at all. Hello? An entrance? No. Oh, no, 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 no. You know what? I'm just going non-turn based. No. Not my ranger. Hatred, ferocious Smilodon. Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't need any kind of turn-based mode here. Okay, some kind of rope. A tribal fetish. Rope grants 1 dodge bonus to AC and a 5 bonus to unarmed attack and damage. It can be won only by a monk of lawful. Okay. Wow. Now, who has no monk at all in his... on all of his characters, I just don't have a monk. Like, I'm just... That's it? Okay, that's it. Well, that was not worth it. Not gonna lie. Stuff. Not gonna lie, I wanted to try a monk, but I just don't feel like it currently.
The dangers don't frighten me.
I don't feel like leveling another character currently. Because I just like leveled the wizard. Or more like, I just found out how the wizard and stuff works and everything else works. I don't want to go for another character which I don't know how to get working with the unarmed stuff. It's probably kind of a unique style of playing and I don't think I will... I can match it currently. Okay, wow. Okay, this one looks cool. Skillfully crafted iron.
I'll share my path.
Hello.
Face me if you dare.
Wow. I just wanted to talk to this guy, but I guess we fight it. That doesn't make sense. Piece of sky metal, okay. Chest with a belt. Wow, why would he be friendly and then I have to fight him? Like nothing else here. Huh? That's it. Wow. Okay. I guess that's it. Check out the belt. Well, I guess if this continues, I'm kind of done with like in 1 hour with all the exploring. Sadly. You know, this one is kind of awesome. But who am I giving this one? Because maybe... Nah, like this is like a sash for... How is he called? The goblin guy? Completely forgot the name again. Nok-nok, actually. I think nok-nok is the only one who can use it to a certain extent where it is useful. I think that's the skeleton guy. Let's just check on this guy. Maybe he has something. But yeah, nok-nok. with slashing and 6. Like, he has so much dexterity already, but +6 is still great. Show me your wares. Oh, okay, he has new stuff this time. Nice. Let's check, what does he have? Falchion, flaming short sword, corrosive double axe, cold iron. Isn't too bad. This one isn't too bad either, but I don't have anyone who fights with clubs. Quarterstaffs? That's now I'm seeing like a monk weapon, and I think, why should I play an unarmed monk? The monk weapons are so great. Thundering dart. Speed quarterstaff. Power shield of elemental protection. That sounds pretty good. But I think I have a better one. No, I have the same one. Okay, guess I have the same one. Danger of life. Fire resistant. Against blindness. Sonic resistance, electricity, negative resistance. That's like the transmutation rope. I have this one ready. Mental perfection. Cloak of resistance +6 is always a great addition. But I have like this is like 140k. And expensive. Well, I could buy it if I sell some stuff, but I don't want to sell stuff to the skeleton guy just because, like, if I want to buy it, there's no chance. Because I think he has always run. Oh, mostly. Going up. Going left. Deserted cairn. Desecrated cairn. Just a second. Message. Okay. What do we find here? That's a grave. Someone gathered and brought here countless boxes, barrels, packs, and crates. Judging by the dust, no one touched most of these for months. The floor between the crates is scattered with items, clothing, weapons. Examining everything will take several hours. Search through the boxes. 4 hours. Okay, what do we get? A gnome-hooked hammer. And some stuff. Let's go for the grave. That's like the tribal fetish.
I'll share my path.
Hey, Jam, with the mouse open, Richard says, "Instead, you puzzled. Finally, after a long pause, one of them points his finger. You. Ask her, Grog. Shut up, Breck. Bertrand has been silent all the time, judging his expression. He seems to be trying to figure out what's going on. Who are you? Vanilla, just passing by. I go for the bluff. I guess I'm just going. How many each agent on the secret mission? Yes. What mission? I was hired to exterminate all the goblins in the surrounding woods. I act as an ally of the orcs in their struggle against the powerful sorcerer. Lukru sent me to spy around the kingdom of eternal summer, where people have never seen snow. I was hired to exterminate all the goblins in the surrounding woods. Look, I've never tasted a goblin before. So what? I don't care what you taste and what you... Rex spits on the ground irritated, then his gaze falls on you. Greg licks his lips with his huge covered tongue. Let's eat him, Grook. We'll eat him, right? Grook answers and the menacing smile. What do you think? Okay. First thing we will do, going back with them. Going to the front with them. And then we can attack. This is what we're doing. There we go. First on that. Wait, I'll just check how much HP. Okay, everyone is fine. Yeah, I don't think anyone can kinda fight this combination of characters I have at them. As if it would be like an insane boss. The one in the deaths, like there's like a boss I can't beat at like just one so far. I don't even think like the curse level 7 will be that hard, like not gonna lie. It's probably... The curses weren't hard at all. But the fights on the bosses itself, like the King Ivavetti fight was like not easy at all. Anything else was fine, I would say. Not too hard. And of course the earlier bosses like Staglord and stuff, they were pretty much hard to beat because you had like no real characters, you had like not the game understanding to beat it that easily.
My time to shine.
Ah, here's another puzzle. The nearly erased Inquisition is fair, my queen. Death was the best gift we could give you. I don't know what to do. I still don't know what to do.
I'll share my path.
I didn't find a book or something else to maybe get like an idea how to move this thing. But yeah, maybe we'll find one. And we have like 3 of those shrines where you can actually move those things. It's probably for an item, I think. Maybe. We are going to the Bluish Gulch.
May we have a moment of respite?
We rest.
Why is Ragonga so... Ragonga? I love him terribly, but can he be just a tiny bit less Ragongarian?
Exactly my words. Yeah, it's just terrible. That's why he's never in the team, because he's like, his personality is terrible. And he's like not fun to, like, even the characters don't really talk nice to this guy. Our way was blocked by a huge crevice in the ruddy rock, carved out by wind and rain, as wide as 3 or 4 humans lying end to end, at least 3 times as deep. It stretched in both directions as far as we could see. Looking down over the cliff, I saw something that made me wince. Among the rocks, the sandy yellow ochre flower was a body. We examined the body below. The loose fit embroidered rock and bronze skin marked him as a man of Taldor. His knapsack lay half open nearby, and a variety of random things were scattered along the floor of the gorge. Judging by the body's position, the poor man fell to his death. It couldn't have been long before, as the rocks and sand nearby were still dark with blood. Had he simply gotten too close to the cliff and stumbled, or did he try to climb down the rock face? And if so, why? We can go for perception first. We inspect the wall of the gorge, trying to figure out how climbing down would be. Okay, we got this one. Wouldn't be too easy to climb down there where we were. But a few dozen steps away, we found a good combination of bulges, cracks, and ledges that would make for a somewhat more convenient path. After a bit of planning, we plotted a route that even an amateur climber could handle. The easiest way down the cliff would be tie a rope, one of those trees, trailing on the cliff. We decided the one to tie the knot and make the first descent would be... Well, she can go actually. Item lost rope, okay. Once again, the length of the rope proved itself indispensable for adventuring, especially when the adventurers know how to tie a good knot. The climb down was rather easy as we pushed our feet against the rock wall and descended to the crevice. It took just half an hour for us to climb down. Our whole team finally made it down to investigate the dead man's body. We would guess right, the poor fellow had clearly died on impact. A lot of different types of gear had scattered around in the sand. Armor, tools, even scythes and hammers. It was clearly that this was much more than a single person could carry. Touch a dead body and look what he had scattered across the sand. Travel, chemical supplies, rations. Okay. The gear and the knapsack on the man's body were well preserved, but most of what we found lying in the crevice floor was corroded and useless. Bear heads and swords cobbled at the touch, and the armor had so many holes in it that it looked like delicate lace. If not for the poor condition, there would have been enough to outfit a whole regiment. We also noticed something that couldn't be seen from above. A large stone stood blocking a hole in the wall. A sickly, sweet smell leaked out from the dark, narrow crack that remained. We decided to enter the... Okay. We all pushed the stone together and it moved with ease. Only to immediately release an inequitable stench into the air. We found a small cave, but what was in it? Gods, it was full of charred, half-decomposed bodies, and lying among them were huge grey eggs, covered with some sticky slime. We tried to determine where the eggs were. We had never seen anything like them, but one of our party members recalled a story they had heard from traveling scientists late one night in a roadhouse. Drunk as could be, the gnome laughed as she recounted a tale from some desert nomads about a gigantic worm capable of killing you with a single touch and shooting lightning from his eyes. Anytime a Karen was lost in the sands, the nomads blamed it on these. The female ones were said to gather dozens of corpses together to keep their eggs warm. With the extra benefits of providing food source for newly born worms than their brothers and sisters. Most citizens and academia at large dismissed the story as superstition. Of course. That was when we heard a strange sound like someone moving huge mounds of sand nearby, and the sound was coming towards us quickly. We rushed to search the corpses. Corpses had been ravaged, covered with gigantic tooth marks and burned by electricity and acid. This must be a lindworm. Must be a lindworm. Most of the clothing items were unrecognizable. They were so eaten by the acid, even the cave walls had been polished down by it. We did manage to find a golden ring with a gemstone on one of the dead woman's fingers, the corrosive substance unable to damage the king of metals. The noise continued to grow louder, emphasized with strange dull sounds, as though The ground itself were muttering in some otherworldly language with a dry, coarse tongue. And then a wave of sand rose from the far entrance of the gorge. I guess I gotta Google this later on. And the crest of the wave was coming straight for us. You know what? I'm just deciding to break the eggs. We drew our weapons and struck the disgusting eggs. Our steel sank into the hard skin, gooey green slime oozed the eggs. There was suddenly no air to breathe. The tears streamed from our eyes, our throats grew raspy, and we started coughing. It was long before we had to evacuate, but not before we managed to destroy over half the clutch. A fountain of sand and dust erupted not 100 steps from us. From the ground emerged a gigantic oblong attached to a long muscular bodies with no shoulders. The creature clearly resembled a worm, but it was thick as a century-old. Its hide was covered with warts and oozed a sticky yellow secretion, leaving a wet trail along the sand. Lightning shots from escaping mouth lighting up its immense throat. The air took on the smell of a storm as the monster barreled toward us, and then Tanala screamed what we were all thinking, run. But where? So I climbed back up the cliff. We ran along the crevice floor. We scattered and looked for shelter. Like this one is working. Most of the team dropped their backpacks and slipped into a cracked crevice. Tanala, trying to enter last, couldn't fit in no matter how hard she tried. Swearing profusely, he laid prone behind the huge boulder that covered the entrance of the cave. We all held our breath. The worm was so close we could see its dull, tiny eyes. Only the giant beast's heavy breathing and the hissing sounds of sand dissolving as acid dropped onto it broke the oppressive silence. The monster swayed its head back and forth, seeking until it hits its nose on the boulder Tanala was hiding behind. Tanala's iron self-control didn't fail her. She stayed motionless on the ground behind the boulder. It felt like an eternity passed before the worm turned and continued its search along the gorge. As soon as the monster was gone, we carefully scaled the rock wall and escaped the damn place. Okay. Wow. This is like... I don't see those things often in the game. Like, I didn't see them often so far. But this is pretty cool. If this would be voiced, this would be awesome. But you know, like, the voice. Sometimes missed in this game. If someone would read this one, like the story here, this would be awesome. Okay. Oh. Werewolf from Tegrath's family. Who is Tegrath? Go. Here there's like an entrance into the cave. To the bad cave. Let me in.
Dangers don't frighten me.
Enemy near. I'll try to make this swift.
Guess I don't even focus when I'm using the non-turn-based mode stuff. Amulet. What is an Estok? White rose oysters, bent range with the technical element.
I'll share my path.
But that's it. There's nothing else. Okay, natural armor +3, that's fine. Got like a receipt. Gotta check what this one is doing. It feels like most of the receipts just do the same. It just like
This is my time
has
to
another
shine.
name. Okay, let's this one too. This side. Like it feels way easier to fight in my own lands just because of the buffs. Like with the immunity poison stuff, with the land defenders. Just feels like so much easier. Okay. Yes. We're going for the next one. I think we're going to Warnhold. Like there was so many question marks. So yeah, we have like there's probably on this shrine is probably another riddle with the stone pillar. But I'll still just explore it for the completion, you know. Guess we go to the country road. There's like no side quests at all. Like I thought maybe you find some here in the on those question marks. Like maybe some people are like standing there and needing something from you, but I guess there's like literally no one so far. Oh, there's just loot? Like randomly? Ring. Food rings? Some things to sell, I guess.
I'll share my path.
That's it? Okay. Like 3 barrels, that's it? Wow. Oh.
Forwards!
Skillfully crafted stone gold. Well, I don't know if I have to attack, but I guess I will just kill it.
Stay behind me.
It has like at least a corpse. That wizard looks strangely peaceful. You see no wounds or bites on the body. Unsent letter. My darling, I'm writing this while taking a rest. Stop in the Glenabon wilderness. Don't be surprised, but I finally decided to get out of Pitax. I missed the magical potion, dear Cairn. Viral cells, but that's fine. I brought a supply of it with me. It will come handy when we celebrate our reunion. As for my homeland, things are getting worse and worse here. Where these appetite grows. The guards are fighting with the Thieves Guild. The old trade houses keep making new schemes. And even the Academy of Arts has been said to have some new thief thinkers appearing from time to time. I'm sure that pot will boil over sooner or later, and I would prefer not to be there when it does. I also look forward to seeing you in the meantime. Filler cuts off here. Okay. The helmet looks cool, like a hat. Okay, wait. Yes, still like this stack lot thing. I think he uses deadly aim. Wait. Does he use deadly aim?
I will protect.
I deactivated it. You know what? I'm just going to like do this. This looks way cool. The thing is like I don't really have like a use for this one. Hmm. Like the mental perfection health band. Way too crazy. Not gonna lie. Even though I still don't know if like it's the best idea to. If it's like the best idea to give her like charisma and stuff. It's kind of weird. I still don't know what is the best for the arcane. She's like, she deals damage with spells, but she deals damage with, she's like a mix. There's like, you should probably mix like int with dex. Like this is probably the best thing you can do. That's kind of hard to decide. Or maybe I'm just like, I just don't really understand how she deals the damage. She feels more. I thought she was like a support character, but with the like, I should probably reskill her and just go for like the full support. But as I said, like my main character is just the same, and that's why I don't usually use her in the team. I just have her because she's like lockpicking and stuff. She has like lockpicking. She can range lockpick and stuff. She has like some kind of good abilities outside of combat. That's why she's like in the team currently. Just like she's not the strongest for me. It's like what I currently have equipped, like this character build is like a B build, feels like. If I switch her, I will have a pretty strong character build. But for fighting. But right now I don't. But yeah, it's enough for the exploring, I guess. What is this one? This just looks so weird on the map. It's just like, it's just like water. Okay, wow. Like golden? I still don't know what to do here. Okay, well, maybe I find a book where there's some kind of combination. Okay, that's the shrine. Next place we're going to is the Raspberry Gully. Oh wait, let's go down here. Like, what is? Isn't it like not even? There's like nothing explored here. Okay, reclaim this resource. Fine. Hike stretch. Yes, let's go. While trying to cross a small river, there were tons of them in those parts. We met an old man that would be considered suspicious even by local standards. He had a grey beard, and his straw hat above a head was 30,000 hair. The man was skillfully guiding a small raft along the river with a long pole, and a fat water rat sat near his bare feet. Noticing us, the old man approached the shore and hailed us in a local dialect, so strange we could barely understand it. Good folk, we're here then. Clean something or looking for something. Oh, can't even read that. Looking for something. Yeah, looking. I can see it in my eye. Well, as the saying goes, those that seek will find. I can help you surely if you can pay me right price. If you can pay me the right price. After hearing the old man's colorful speech, we asked the old man who he was. Asked the old man to set. The old man set out a confusing explanation. It was difficult to follow, but we gathered that he wasn't just a river rafter, he was a cleric in service to a minor deity that was almost unknown outside the river kingdoms. Hansburg, guardians of the waterways and river travel. Neither good nor evil and tricky as the great Selene River itself, this god could safely guide your boat past sandbanks, rapids, and bandit ambushes to your final destination, or drown you in the stillest backwater. Many river travelers praise prayers to him in their hour of need, but few dare worship him openly. Rumor has it that Hansper is no stranger to human sacrifice and takes toll from his followers from in the collection of those who've drowned. Okay. Okay, I guess I asked him how he could help us. Let's have a bad day. You're all busty, hasty, trying to catch a living barbarian by that name, but can you dive? I maybe drown you a little in Father Salem waters. Let you know the taste of the river. If you can take it, I will help in your searching. If not, well, that's that. And we never see each other again. Came off by the cleric was a dangerous one. One of our communities would have put their life on the line to get help in our search for armor. We take the cleric's challenge. Yeah, succeeded. I kinda have like I'm pretty lucky for this one. Valerie bravely went to the old man. The cleric wasted no time, grabbing Valerie by her hair and plunging her into the head first into the muddy river, up to her shoulders. Water plants tickled her face, and her ears filled with the whisper of sand rolling along the riverbed. Valerie took it in, stride, so to speak. Her lungs held enough air to hang on for a while. A hazy vision suddenly engulfed Valerie's mind. She saw herself floating above the stone lands, seeing the country from a bird's eye view. Another moment, and it seems as though she would be able to focus her eyes and see Armak's home's. Valerie kept bringing on to the challenge, succeeded. Okay, wow, I thought she just dies now. I was just like, what? Okay, paying no mind to the pain in her chest or the blood rushing through her ears, Valerie concentrated on the vision, trying her best to put it together to focus on the mad chieftain elusive tomb. Just as she thought she would surely drown, the picture finally emerged. When it did, everyone else saw what Valerie was seeing. The wide and hilly carnivorous uplands strewn with stones and but wait, I'm not even reading this. This is like just for the tomb. This is like for the Armak's tomb here. Like, this is way earlier. Like, I have this one already. Come on. Oh, there's something else, I guess. Wow. I guess that was like way too late. I kind of found it on itself without this help.
I'll share
Okay.
my path.
Let's go. What do we find here? Sorcerer Meduc.
How cute!
A Sorcerer Meduc.
Let's finish them quick.
Let us strike as one!
Sorcerer Medusa, what is this one? A longbow, a helmet. Let's check on this. Next one. Leather scrap. Was a ring of protection 2, alluring charisma. It's nothing useful. Sack of something. Hearty purple soup. Well, I've got to check. I found like 3 to 4 dishes now. Okay. Guess that's the area. How do I get to the wicked field? I just I keep avoiding random encounters because I still don't like them. Wicked field. Yeah. I still don't like the encounters. Like it's just I don't know why. I don't think they're fun. Okay, so what do we find here?
The dangers don't frighten me. I'll share my path.
See no offering worthy to me.
Come at me, I dare you.
Watchful
You
omen.
can't stop me.
Okay, but this is so random. Star knife? What is it? Code of prayer. Like this feels really random. Like why would the like cultist kinda cultist guys with I don't know, they just like appear in the weirdest areas of the map and there's like you have like literally no indicator that there's like a cult or whatever. It's like the first time I see them at the end of the game. It's really weird. I think the dog has something. Yeah. Okay, the dog is kinda
Confide in me.
weak. One, two, three. See? Yeah. Give him one serious mount. Should be fine, that's it. Cultist diary. I wonder how bad it is that I managed to translate only half of the scroll for the ritual. Unfortunately, time is running out. I'll just have to sort things out on the fly. Those simpletons won't know any better after all. Oh, Parks who matter. I'll soon rip your soul from those demon paws. Okay. Okay, well. There's like a spy in the cultists. In the cult itself. And he's like obsessed by a demon. Like maybe I'll find it when I just like still exploring, but I just don't know. Never heard of this. Like there's a demon cult, like a cult which like summons demons. This is like literally the first time I hear it in this game. Okay, we get to this thing.
I decree we set up camp.
Oh, we can check the meals. Check the meal. Manage. God, we have so many. It removes all poison and disease and fully restores HP. Okay, this is like an absolute great. This is an absolute great recipe. Not gonna lie, this is great. This one. +4 bonus to all concentration checks and caster level checks for a day. This is awesome too, not gonna lie. Provides a blessed redemption damage rolls for a day. The black linums too. Okay. Not gonna lie, the last 4 are just awesome. Holy damn. I got only awesome receipts. But they are hard to make, like it's dice roll 35, but still.
And I like them all so much. Too bad I don't often get a chance to dress up.
We got like +2 on damage rolls. Even more damage.
Now, the beginning of the
Ugh.
Consider me
Acid
your
imbuing snail. Chain shirt. The scrap. Something else here. Oh. There's loot. Let's check. Right. This one is a assassin's chain shirt. Critical confirmation room. You know what? I'm just taking this one because I think if he crits and he has like a high crit rate,
I'll share my
insane. Okay, where's the other loot? Like there's something here. There's like so much armor in this kind of small pile of grass. Okay.
I've discovered something.
Okay, 6 scrolls and another pile of grass. What? Okay. What I would get? I thought I get like herbs. Something else.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Okay. What else do we have? Okay, the hot dog layer, like I'm just going up. I think like here were more. We get to the rest pretty good. Let's see. Gotta go to one hole too. Cause like there's like so much stuff to explore too. I said I don't want to like only explore today. It's just like I want to do the curse, but I want to get like at least some more stuff and some levels in because I still feel like level 16.
They
It's just
choose to stand against me.
I
Hello.
grant you death.
Here's a message I've been waiting for you a long time.
The surrender.
Oh,
Didn't expect
what happened? There we go. That's it? I don't know why he like randomly, more or less instantly attacked me without any context. We couldn't even talk. Like what the hell? Just explore the whole area and then there's a. I think there's a cave. I can enter. I guess there's nothing here. Nothing here too. I can't enter the cave. Let me in. Oh, as you search, you notice an envelope inside the bush. It's hanging from a branch by a fine chain that runs through an envelope. A black wax seal. The seal is in the shape of a skull. The chain runs through its eye sockets. Check magic. Check the envelope for enchantments. On the seal on the envelope, there's traces of magical influence. Try to figure out how the enchanted seal works. Like, see, the seal itself is enchanted and will react of any attempts to either dispel the enchantment or break the seal. If the envelope is touched by anyone other than the designated recipient, it will crumble to dust. However, if you remove the seal without touching the envelope... Okay. Examine the envelope closely. Taking a closer look, you realize the seal isn't simply black. It seems to absorb the light. There are faint, dark circles inscribed in the envelope around the seal. Carefully remove the seal without touching the envelope. After some time and with the help of some tools at hand, you manage to remove the seal. The envelope darkens and its lower half disintegrates with a loud rustling sound. But you manage to preserve 3/4 of the letter. Serious letter. Where do I find this one? Traveler? Letter of the Fallen Ranger. Diary. Captain's Diary. With threads. Like somewhere here. Serious letter. Cornelius, your craftsmanship is improving and your zeal has not gone unnoticed by Nidal. Full mode. We are pleased by your success, and this means Son Kotan is pleased as well. The Umbral Court requires a new agent in the Stolen Lands. By Eleander's insistence, the Circle of Jewels recommended you. Be proud, for this is a great honor, but it must yield results. And if you don't glorify the Midnight Lord with your deeds, you will exalt him with your death as you ride on the wreck. You are tasked with observing the barony ruled by Tanella. Though young state of hers may seem, it is significant in that it has survived so long, especially when measured against the countless other kingdoms that sought to rise in the Stone Lands and now lie in ruin. This barony persistence has attracted attention of many Aveston, and Nidal can't afford to lag behind its rival. The Baron's court is still too small to infiltrate without risk of exposure. Instead, watch from a distance and pass along any information you can about the events within the barony's borders. The second objective is to search for an artifact created by Fey magic in times before Memories. The Umbral Court has been searching for it for a long time, and our... An hour? Yes. An hour? That's it. Can I still interact with this? I can't. Yeah, like, what is it? What is the deal? Like, what do I have to do? Nothing. It's just like an info, I guess. Wow. I was expecting like some kind of quest or whatever. Did I get like a quest from it? The Ravenous. Well. Okay. I'll take it. Maybe I'll go for a in the later stages of the... I could always buy one. Was not like the old oak? Tranquil River Merchant. Jump through most of it. Just checking up here, like there's a old oak, there's an oak that's straight. This is like my village. There's like some kind of glade in the wilderness, overgrown pool. Like we could go here, we could go here. Okay, we just like go this way. And then I'm going for the... What's it called? Like Barnhold. Because there's like so much not explored. And there's like everything kind of... And then next to the Valley of the Dead. So it's kind of... I don't think like the enemies are that strong. Like, probably just run over them, not gonna lie. We just like explore everything and get some level. And then we continue with this curse stuff. It's kind of so weird because you don't know like how long this game still takes. That's like an interesting one because I have absolutely no idea about this game.
To victory!
What are those? Oh god.
Solid plan.
I need to catch my breath. Let's
Here it
give
is.
them
Another
what they
one.
deserve.
Just like a camp somehow.
I decree we set up camp.
Kind of wonder that I literally never had any quests to get like in kind of camps or save someone or just like it's like a normal exploring thing. There's like no quest for to go here.
Cannot
Oh.
hide from me.
And it's kind of boring to not do anything. I just need it's just too easy. I don't need to cast anything or do stuff. I just press like left click and that's it.
The dangers don't frighten
I don't
me.
even need to focus. I could just like walk onto them and this makes up for all the suffering I had in the early levels, not gonna lie. This game was literally pain in the early levels. This was like
I'll share my
only
path.
suffering till now. And there are still some points where I still suffer. In the DLC. For example. Like the Nebrius death thing. The last boss on the dungeons are this is like a sick boss. Where you have to kill both at the same time or they just like
Breath.
I don't know how I call it. They just like instantly kill you if you don't do it.
I feel tired.
Can I manage the kingdom? I think I can't. Or can I? I think I can do it in my own lands. Yeah, I can do it in my own lands. That's fine. Oh, disaster. Oh, at least just one disaster. That's interesting. Just one. Providing plus 2 bonus to serving any person with the treasure. Okay, that's not what I want. I don't care, more or less. You could distract us from their troubles by throwing a glorious festival. Yep, that's what we're doing. Patrix. He's still on a mission. 7 days. The fog is still a problem. So it's still bugged. The fog is still bugged. Wow, I can't do shit with this thing. Oh no, it's still bugged. Chairman of the Outlaw. There's like 0 chance to succeed. Our water, our fields. Oh, that's not good. Let's check on the DC. This I have no one with 15. Yep. That's bad. Maybe I have someone with 12. Okay, they're on the mission already. 14? Do I have someone with 14? No. So we can't do this one either. It says 40. I don't have anyone with 20, so there's no chance. Oh, this is horrible. 33. Yeah, 0 chance too. 37. Yeah, there's no way I can do anything here. Terrific. Like, there's no way. Well. Guess we gotta go back. Can I do the same again? Oh, yeah. If not. But like, normally I want to have this one. Templetus. Okay, I guess I don't have it. I don't have the ingredients.
Ekin, can you smile at all?
a reason.
Okay. Javier is making friends. Old oak. Let's check this one. And I'm checking the old oak trade, like the one on the upper side, and then I will go to Barnhold. Okay, what do we find here? Huh,
We
and
will prevail.
I didn't see a troll till like, was it chapter 3? All the way up here, I didn't see any troll. That's like a +2 belt I can sell.
My
This one.
time to shine.
This is probably a worse crossbow than I have and everyone. It's an enhancement. No elemental damage and stuff. Yeah, there's like no only water with water.
I shall end his
Lookouts.
suffering.
Away, you rascal.
And here, golden trinket, scroll of enlarged person, another scroll of chaos.
I'll share my path.
Some minor stuff. That's it. Like the XP on monster fighting is really awful. Not gonna lie, the questing is just like way more rewarding. Just takes an insane amount of time. Oh wait, did it stop? We can't redo this one. Like, we get like over the river somehow? No, okay, I don't. Oh. Well, we're going here. Inebrious says, as soon as I level up, I will try this one. One was horrible. Oak that straight.
I decree we set up camp.
Okay, so what do we do? Ah! Insane Druid. Oh, wow, that's a rabbit. I was just like, what is... Cycling a scroll of freedom.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Wow, there was like this one try and that's it. That's it. Well, that was not worth. Not at all. Go here.
I need to catch my breath.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
We should gather our strength.
Chill. I don't think there's anything here. Oop. This is the way to the... my village? Nope. River Rhine Rise? Let's check on this one. Right. Left. Flame. There's just like not much around here. Yeah.
Enough thinking
Rezzing.
about bad things. If I'd accepted my fate for even a moment when I was enslaved by the Technic League, I would have been broken and turned into a helpless toy.
You've endured much pain, Octavia. Perhaps even more than me. My family died, yes, but at least they didn't betray me.
I don't know what to say. Like the Echo is just like awfully depressed. Okay. Walked across the heath for a long time, and yet no sight sprang before our eyes. But turns we discovered a verdant lowland with several nearby springs streaming down behind another hillside. And then in the distance, in the center of the lowland, there stood a single dry tree, a true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw clawing at the sky, but what was really remarkable, the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious dark humps. They were piled about the height of a man and kept around abundance, determined that we should explore the lowland. The further we trekked, the softer the land became. The step by step, heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns. And then slushy puddles of stinky stormwater. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious humps, and learned that there were no mere hills but dug-out dwellings. We moved with great care towards the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way towards the mysterious giant tree, we saw a foggy outline of another hut. This one is much bigger, surrounded by small clay statues. Standing one behind another, and tied together with a rope, we continue on our journey. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way. I like the drawings. I like the drawings. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way, keeping the to drier ground as much as possible. But the further we went, the more difficult it became, and soon we were wading vast deep through the cattails. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out what shadows flitted along the bottom. We often stumbled and lost our balance, but our trusty rope and the aid of our friends saved us from being lost to the bog. The insipid bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sudden and weary, we finally made it back to a solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut, made of mud, like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, kettle spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of nets was nearly deafening. But we are not far away to the center of the swamp, and the firm, steady path led there through the thick bushes. At its end, the tall, dry tree stretched mightily upwards, clawing the firmament. Carefully examining the clay figures and trying to fathom who they might portray. Goggly eyes, flat heads with no necks, ears, or chins, ugly long legs, unnaturally bent. These sculptures could only be the work of boggards. Primitive, cruel boggart tribes had inhabited the swamp of Garant and Avestan since the olden days. Pitiless to the others and to each other, they were led by the darker instincts of their insane priest kings. They are known to grow young fry in the pools inside the houses. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far to enter the swamp. Yeah, that's like the same. Okay. Peeked inside the hut. The palace was twice the height of the other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that three could walk abreast. The walls were decorated. An unknown builder had scratched drawings in the clay while it was still wet. The faded scroll this depicted what? Huge amphibians devouring smaller figures. Some fork-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings. Though here there were steps descending into them, cut into the dirt. In the furthest room, we found equipment decorating the walls, leather armor, spears, and clubs. To our surprise, a number of items were well preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking some of it with us. Okay, we got horses. Move forward and see what electronics so near the goal. I was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. I was so close, imagined being dry, and our mood at once lifted. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably. With their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries, a fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a loud shout. Bear, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green, filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branch reaches were out with a soft swishing sound. The drops of sap oozed from their thorns, gleaming in the emerald dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and the clear space was ahead closing. We went further along the lengths, carry us flying towards the closing passage. Threw our swords and tried cutting a way through. Failed its. Okay. Did we just fail at the strength stuff? Alas, we merely wasted precious moments. No matter how many grasping green shoots we cut, more only grew in their place. The only thing left was to run for our lives. We were close behind us, branches grabbed at our sleeves, pricked thorns scratched our hands and our faces, burned with acidic sap. Roots at our feet, and our blood fell on the leaves, but with great effort we broke away at last from the. Finally, after what seemed an endless streak, came upon a gigantic dry tree that had so intrigued from us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut in its trunk. A huge horned, three-eyed toad. Its goggly eyes made it look both cruel and dumb, almost idiotic. Its muzzle hung half-open, sharp tooth with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corners of its mouth. Tried to glean what sort of idol it might be. There could be no doubt this was Gorgontua, master of the great swamp of the Demon Abbot. But what is it? Is this? While we were examining the idol, large dragonfly came out of a hollow in the tree, hidingly on the very tip on one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange. It didn't react to our movements and tried content to remain where it sat. Suddenly Tanala grabbed the dragonfly and held it in front of her mouth. Oh gods, did she just decide to eat it? I heard a wet crunch, and I winced before I could look. Turned around, hearing a faint cry. Tanala had turned white, started to collapse. We barely had time to catch her. After returning to life in a few hours, she told us amazing things. Turns out the Boggart's priests ate the blue dragonflies to fall into hypnotic trances, where they could hear the will of the goddess, the demon of Gorgunta, and the creator of all Boggart kind. In a dream, Tanala saw ancient times, how the Boggarts built their settlements and how they raided the neighbors and enslaved their children, how they held bloody rituals to honor bloated amphibian monsters. The roar of their laughter throughout the dark centuries, and saw a priest bury a stash of plunder cheerily in his hut, rather than offering to his cruel goddess. In return, the wrathful Goguntua set a horrible plague upon his tribe, and that priest would be their last. We turned around to leave the abdominal swamp. The flesh-eating bush grew quiet and gave away. On the journey, we were sure to look inside the priest's hut and dig out the treasure that had once wiped his entire tribe. Items received: emerald. Well, okay. That's it, I guess. So much reading. Fuck. Interesting story, not gonna lie. But still, the reading is terrible. Like the loud reading is terrible. Oof. Okay. River Rhine Rise.
I'll share my path.
Okay, there's nothing here. Maybe something here. Looks like water elementals.
I don't tolerate
Or just one. And the corpse. Okay, that was fast. Did the raining stop because I killed the water elemental? Or was it, I think it was just random, but it just felt like it. Yeah, I guess that's the whole area. Nice. So now going to Red Nok Hill. And then we go like over the river, Arbor Rock, and we continue to go on this side. There's like through all those kind of question marks. Like there's not even explored up here. Check on the curse once more. Yeah, nice. Like we did so much exploring, it was like 5 days. The body looks like it was eating some rodents. Yeah, this was like just 5 days. That's crazy. That's interesting. Like how far away she can operate. That is really crazy. Like she's literally here, and she can disarm the traps. Yeah, it's like we're going down again. It's some kind of coin. Let's go. Beware it. Wow. They even have like stuff.
Aim carefully.
My training pays off.
Oh, cheese. So much cheese. Wand of shield. Yeah.
The dangers don't frighten me.
Hmm. Guess we got something at least. There's probably nothing here anymore. Yeah, you can't even explore it. Okay. Back to where we came from. Okay, we go here. Uh-oh. We have to cross. We have to cross all the way down here. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, no, I got it. Oh, I could have gone here.
I decree we set up camp.
Yeah, let's just go to the trail and we can afterward. We can rest afterward. Sit right. There we go. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm just going on. Some kind of end up here.
Attack.
Peter.
How
Oh.
cute!
Probably nothing else here. Nope. So we're turning back. But there's like Arbor Rock and there's like one enemy, like one freaking wow. Let's go this way.
My breath.
The Lonely Mill. What is this music? By passing in the windmill, we saw a curious thing. Goblins were squatting in the shadows of the building, doing what goblins do best, stuffing their faces. They had gathered sacks of flour and were spreading the some fried pancakes on an open fire, others threw pieces of dough into a bubbling pot, making some kind of dumplings. Yet others just rolling around in the white powder, shoving clumps down the throat. All of them, without an exception, were guzzling ale from kegs nearby, spilling it over each other and bellowing songs. When they spotted us, the merry goblins, possibly due to the ale, stood their ground. Instead of fleeing, they started to whistle and wave and invited us to join the feast in response to Baroness. Why not? I've never been to a goblin party before, but it proved a little different from the late-night academy revelries. Using their crippled speech, the flower-drenched merry-goers explained the miller, invited them to his house, told them to take whatever they wanted, and was polite enough to not to ruin the fun, and left soon after that. The food tasted as foul As to be expected, but the ale was passable so soon all of us were tipsy. After these little troublemakers unmistakably recognized Burners as our leader, they offered her to pass several tests to become a part of the tribe. For the first test, they demand her to deal with a terrible beast, dog. Goblins and dogs, well, they don't get along. Neither with horses and, well, almost any animal that doesn't bite, sting, or hiss. Burners' task was to steal the Miller dog's food plate, so she laughed and accepted the invitation. The dog provided rather big but lazy and quiet. It was slumbering in the kennel, paying no heed to the nearby party. The dog's plate, covered in bones, lay before the kennel. The Baroness picked the dog and took the plate. Oh, this would be me. Back up to the plate to snatch it from under its... Go for a kick, the dog had took the plate. He yelped, the dog leaped up and fled with its tail between his legs. The goblin cheered and whistled as it ran off. After the goblin praised... After the goblin praised the Baroness for a brilliant performance during the first test, they announced it was time for a taste of their ritual drink, a very nasty thing called Jaguar. At first glance, it proved to be ale, until we saw the dead toads wobbling in the barrel for flavor. Judging by the toad's color, they were poisonous. After Baroness saw the brew, she smelled Let's drink it, let's go. It smelled horrible. The goblins were scooping the ale. Don't think that's like a good idea. Not gonna lie. But we just do it. So the Baroness trained it. Trained the first kick to the kegs. I would drop dead just having smelled it. But the Baroness downed a horrific beverage with tapping their hands. Goblin brought her another cake. She was already going to zip now. We don't drink it. Friends weren't offended, laughing and screaming. They will load more for us. Then they started to slap the tread with it. One of them even dived into the barrel to bob him. Now be fair test. The goblins hold and cheered it. It seems they decided they had tortured the art of cooking enough for the day. So now they sought to abuse the art of poetry instead. They were going to sing a song and the Baroness was offered to improvise and add the missing lines. Answered, why not? Accompanying the song with percussions were everything the goblins could reach: sticks, branches, forks, pans. They started to croak out the rhythm as well as they were able to. Goblins sing for you the song How Be Smart and Fit and Strong, How Be the Goblin Best. Goblin lasses be all impressed. Goblin lasses be all impressed. Goblins fight, goblins bite, goblins steal and goblins hide, but the best goblin skill is that his belly is hard to fill. Okay. That his belly hard to fill. Manticore deep in the wood eats goblin for food, not good, so as not to be his prey. Quickly hide and sneak away. Goblin King be strong and wise. Manticore he won full size, but we better eat and drink. So a toast to Goblin King. So Goblin sang this song to you. If you be a goblin new, always heed these simple rules and your belly will stay full. After song is over, the goblins laughed and applauded. Okay. God of Poetry. That's like an achievement I got. There we go. Okay, that was something new. That was kind of cool, not gonna lie. Magical prison. Wait. I still have the charge key. But I think the key doesn't have enough charges. Charges 20. I need to come back when the charges of this key are 0. I think this is the that's like the that's what you have to do. Okay, we go to Arbo Rock. And then we continue. Then we continue to go like Ancient Mine, Silver Step Groove. Kind of hard to decide a path. It's just like I'm just go here.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Let's just rest.
And Laura and Nusky's camp was more a thieves' nest than a general's headquarters. They stood no chance.
I see no talking. Hello?